Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, we'll be talking about divine timing. We've all heard the saying, things that happen in its divine time, divine timing. That means things happen when they're meant to. And by the divine timing, we know divine timing is real, one, because of synchronicities. When synchronicities happen, the timing is so perfect to where you know whatever is happening on the outside in the physical 3D world is matching up with your inner world, with your spiritual world. So much to where you think whatever's happening on, like if you're watching a TV show and somebody says something on there and you're like, oh, that was for me. That's how convincing divine timing is. And the show could have even been recorded 12 years ago. But whatever part in that show was in sync with whatever you were going through within yourself on the spiritual side. And it linked up. It linked up so perfect to where you decided, I think it's time for me to change my life. And that's where your spiritual awakening comes in. After all the synchronicities. Because the timing is just too perfect. It starts out, you think it might be a coincidence when a couple of the synchronicities happen. But when all these different things are happening back to back to back, that's divine timing. And now you're convinced. You'll eventually be convinced because it won't stop happening. So that's divine timing. It's a perfect match. And the craziest part about the divine timing, and this is what I've kind of learned along my spiritual awakening journey, is that the universe has its own frequency, its own vibration that it runs on. And we have our own vibration and frequency we run on. And for the most part, it's not a match. It's not a match for the most part. But when you're about to have a spiritual awakening and the synchronicities are kicking in, at that point when the synchronicities are happening, that's when you're resonating at the same vibration as the universe. You're in perfect harmony with it. That's why those synchronicities are just going. And that's just to kind of get your attention. God or the universe wouldn't expect you to maintain that level of high vibration going from wherever you were before, from 0 to synchronicity level, and just maintain that for the rest of your life. Because one, you would probably just go crazy because everything would be lining up too perfect. That's too much of it's a drastic change. But it does the drastic change in the synchronicities because it needs to get your attention. And it's getting your attention to let you know that there's a spiritual side of things. There's something else that's working in the background, and it's not just what you see out of your eyes. And what we've been taught to believe that, we just go to work, whatever we see, there's no spiritual stuff. If you do see something or feel something weird and you're on your spiritual side, you're just crazy. So don't think about that too much. So that's why the synchronicities come in, because it needs to override our conditioning to shake you and wake you up and be like, hey, we're making a transition. We're on our way for a transformation into something different. So once the universe gets your attention by raising your vibration up so high to where you're having these synchronicities, it'll lower you back down. And now you get to start to slowly go step by step to raise your vibration. And you got to learn all these things because, one, God is never going to put too much. He's never going to give you too much to where you can't handle it. You might not think you can handle it, but God knows how much you can actually handle. But he knows you can't handle a lifetime of synchronicities, going from no synchronicities to forever synchronicities. So brings you back down, after you get your attention, and now you start from page one. You start from page one of the spiritual awakening. You start to raise your vibration. Now your eyes are open. You realize that there's a different way of life than just what we've always thought this whole time. So now your eyes are open. That's why they call it a spiritual awakening. You're awake now. You're looking at different situations from a different perspective, from a different set of eyes. You've opened your spiritual eyes now. Now you get to see behind the veil. You get to see some things that you never could see before. So as you start vibrating higher and learning more and keeping your vibration raised by grounding, meditation, working out, eating healthier, cutting out bad habits, no longer hanging out with low vibrational people or going to low vibrational places, your whole life begins to change. I talk about that in past episodes. So by you doing all these different things, your vibration is rising. It's rising. And now you're starting to attract different things, and all this stuff is happening at a divine time, at a pace that you can grasp. It's not happening so quick to where you can't ever get your feet settled. It's happening gradually. And as you maintain your high vibrational state, you'll switch to a different level of vibration, like a level 2. It almost feels like you're having another spiritual awakening. That's kind of what I thought. Like the first 2 or 3 levels, I was like, is the universe, am I stubborn? And it keeps trying to wake me up and I'm not listening. But what I realized, I'm just, I'm elevating. And more you elevate, your vibration is getting lighter and lighter and even after you like start doing the shadow work, you're getting lighter and lighter. You're just vibrating super high. And you slowly attract, you're losing things that, don't resonate with you anymore, but you're also kind of gaining things and you're learning a lot about yourself. Things are changing. Things are changing. And where I'm at about now is I'm at a level where the divine timing, I'm matched right now with the universe to where synchronicities are happening all the time. Like I'm on time with the universe right now. I've maintained my vibration so long, and I'm always keeping it high. And what I've realized at this level, because I know it never stops. The levels don't ever stop. But I'm just saying at this level that I'm at right now, I'm at the point where the synchronicities, it's like I was saying in the beginning, you'll get woken up by the synchronicities, to get your attention to get on track for the spiritual awakening. And then it'll bring you back down, and then you have to climb your way back up. I mean, and I didn't know that this level even existed. And how else would I really know? But what I noticed, I'm just always on time with like certain synchronicities always happen every day. I could wake up in the middle of the night and a certain synchronicity will happen. Like I'm on time with the universe. Like in sync, like I think I'm vibrating with the universe. Like I'm at that level right now. Like we're on the same frequency. Long as I maintain it, the universe is gonna do what it wants to do. But I have to maintain it, because you got to remember, we have free will. I could probably choose to do the wrong thing to lower my vibration, start, just doing the opposite of good things. And I can guarantee, I'm sure I wouldn't be in line with the universe. But what I'm saying is, it's amazing how many good things are happening back to back to back. It feels like I'm on a roll, like I'm on a roll, like I'm on time. I'm like right where I'm supposed to be. I've caught up to where I'm supposed to be in the universe. Hopefully this is making some sense. It's hard to explain. Like everything is just works out smooth. Works out smooth. And I know if something doesn't work out, it's because there's a lesson that I need to learn in whatever mishap that could happen, that happens or that could happen. So I don't take any mishap or, any challenging situation as like, oh man, I can't believe this happened to me. I'm like, okay, this happened. So let's look at this. What I need to figure out. What I need to figure out about this. What do I need to add to my toolbox from this situation. Because I realize that I'm on time and I know whatever this situation is, it's to help me get even better. It's all a lesson. It's kind of just crazy how in sync you can match up. And I'm wondering what the next level goes. What happens when you maintain this for a period of time? I mean, and you don't know when you get to move on to the next upgrade. But right now it's like, okay, well, I understand what I need to do. I just got to keep this high vibrational state. And I mean, the synchronicities, it's like, it's like a whole different world right now. It's like I'm reading like it's like you're reading the universe. Like when something happens, it's like, oh, this is this. All right. And then at the same time, your intuition is popping. It's going, because I mean, you're vibrating high. So everything is like activated. Everything is activated right now. And if you fast also do that too when you try to raise your vibration. That kicks it into gear too. Make a green drink, with vegetables and kale and just all this stuff. Ground. Do anything you can do. Go all in. And you'll eventually just line up with the universe and everything is falling in line. You know how some people be like, oh, I had a great day. I remember this one day, everything was working out. Or when people talk about going to Vegas, man, I couldn't lose. That's how I feel. I'm like, I cannot lose. And I'm like, and then I'm thinking, well, what am I doing? It feels like I should be doing more. But what I'm doing is just keeping my vibration high. This is what happened. I didn't even expect this part. I'm thinking I'm just going to be attracting high vibrational things. I mean, and I am, but this is a whole different side that I didn't see. Is being in harmony with the universe and synchronicities happening all the time. Just imagine you're walking around and it's like, oh, dang, that was a coincidence. Like something happens and you think it's a coincidence. I don't have any examples, but I'm just saying like, oh, that's a coincidence. And then after that, then you'll be like, oh, 2 seconds later, oh, that's a coincidence. Or a little while later, coincidence. Imagine just your life of coincidences. That would be confusing if you didn't really know what was going on, but I know what's going on. And I'm like, oh, that's a synchronicity. That's something that's supposed to be something. It's pretty much, the universe is pretty much letting me know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That's how it feels. It's like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I can look at my watch. Chances are, when I look at my watch, it's going to be a certain time. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I mean, I could see a sign and it has a certain synchronicity or a certain something. But the bottom line is, when you raise your vibration and you keep it up, keep it at a high state for a long time, then you eventually will be in tune with the universe or your own, like your timeline or it's something. This is all new to me. That's why I come here and kind of give you an update on what's going on, because I mean, I'm teaching what I know, but at the same time, I'm learning as I go. I'm learning as I go too. I'm still evolving, but then I stop and then teach what I saw, tell you what I've seen. And at this level right now, it feels safe. Cause I don't even really know how to explain it any more than that, but it feels safe. It feels like I'm guided. I know which way to go. Like if there's a weird situation, I could look for one of my synchronicities and I'll know if that situation is okay or if it's not okay. That's how in tune I am right now. There's been a couple of situations and I just look straight for that synchronicity and it's there. And I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, it even, the hairs on my arm will stand up that it's so on point. So on point. Like, what world is this? It's not anything that I thought it was a couple of years ago, but it's something totally different now. So for y'all that are on, your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening journey, just know that keep your vibration high and you will fall in line with the universe. But I'm going to end this right here. But until next time.